yeah, this morning was like, just had like an epiphany, a wake up call. I don't know. I woke up like feeling great, feeling good, right? But then I had like a little shift. And I realized that, it's so easy for your emotions to change. Things aren't the way you expect them to be, or where you left something at. And you're like, I know I put it here. Why isn't it here? Um, but yeah, I had just noticed how my mood shifted, and then we had to get into it. So it's just I'm learning to notice those the things that I like about myself, the things that I don't like about myself, the things that I'm figuring out, all of that. You know what I mean? Because I like to show up happy, genuinely happy. You know what I'm saying? But life be lifing. You know what I mean? And your mood will change real quick because you like, oh shit, I gotta do, I gotta do that. I got this. I got this. But I was I just had epiphany this morning. I was like, I got some shit to do. So tomorrow, y'all gonna notice the shift change because last night was amazing on the Growth Collective, the Growth Hour Collective. I keep forgetting the hour. Um, we had an amazing time. It was four of us that were on the video on live with us last night. We had a new person that I met in my business coaching class that I'm in. And she came over, and it's funny. She said she liked my energy, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna find her. And then I mentioned the Growth Collective, and she was like, you know what, I'm gonna come over there. But we had so much fun. I was able to help a couple ladies. They was like, oh my god, I needed this. So I just say all that to say, if you're not in the Growth Collective, you need to be in the Growth Hour Collective, and you can register at thegrowthhourcollective.com. But it was just a great experience, and we got some work done. We talked a little bit, and the goal is at the end of the day to get some work done, and we did, and we learned some as well. Because I love not being the smartest person in the room. Yes, I know stuff, but I want to be around people who can teach me some stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, user. Hey, Shawty. Hey, more. So here we are today. So if you haven't joined the Growth Collective, and I want to be clear because I feel like some people think that just because we start at 8 that you have to be there at 8. You don't. Okay, this isn't one of those things where you got to be here on time, and if you don't come on time you can't be in the collective or you can't be a part of the group. No, it's not that. So yes, we start at 8 o'clock, but you can jump on anytime, like literally. We had, I think Shorty jumped in last night about 9:30 after she came from choir practice. We had somebody dang, what, Avigay, she jumped on a little after 9. So people jumped in, and we stayed on to almost 1 o'clock in the morning getting work done. So I say, if you are struggling and you need some support and you need community, please come over to the Growth Hour Collective. Now, this is the Growth Hour on Wednesdays and Saturday mornings. That's the Growth Hour Collective. And right now, you'll be a part of the founding members, because eventually this gonna be a fee, because it's a lot of shit happening in there, and we got to make sure that we keep this tight, and not everybody gonna be able to join. So it's thegrowthhourcollective.com. It's free. Again, you don't have to join at 8. You can join anytime throughout the 8 to 1 in the morning that we are on there. So hey, thank you, boo. So just make sure you join the Growth Hour Collective.com, and register today. So we're gonna get started. We are reading chapter 3 of I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer. Thank you for the daily heart, me. And yeah, this chapter is talking about time to take a look in the mirror. So I'm pretty sure she's going to hit us in hit us in the gut real hard. So this chapter says decision, vision, clarity, strategy, tactics, metrics, ownership, be unapologetic. Be unapologetic. Okay? So I feel like for some reason it's weird because I feel like we read that, but we didn't read that. Okay, we didn't read. Wait, hold up. It feel like we did read it. Did we? Maybe not. No, or maybe not. I don't know. If so, maybe we need to read it again because. But I don't know. It's weird. I feel like we did read chapter 3. I don't know. It's weird. Hmm. No, I don't think we read chapter 3. Okay, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. All right, I don't want to be moving faster than we supposed to, but I just let y'all know that this is a what do you want to call it? This is a long chapter, so we're gonna break this chapter up into like 3 to 4 parts. All right, so let's get started. This is day 7 of reading the I Am My Brand with Kubi Springer, and this is part 1. Time to look in the mirror. And today's topic is audit, align, and act. The truth will set your brand free. It's funny. Last night I was talking to my friend and one of my clients, and it was so it's always funny to me when people tell somebody something and they're like, oh, so somebody told me that I should do this and do this, and I'm like, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I've been told you that. And I'm thinking to myself, why is it that some people do that, right? They won't listen to you, but they'll listen to someone else. And I'm just thinking, like, I get irritated by that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why isn't it that you trust me to give you the right information, but you trust them? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what is it about them that makes you trust their opinion when I didn't already told you that? And now you coming back to me to be like, I should have did that, or I need to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I've been telling you that. I'm like, okay, you know, but I have to figure that out because I want people to be able to take what I say and be like, you know what? That's word is bond because Mecca said it. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So today again, we're stepping into chapter 3. I am my brand, and this right here, ooh, it's called "Time to Take a Look in the Mirror." And baby, it's about checking yourself. Okay, and I figure you better check yourself before you wreck your brand. You better check yourself before you wreck your brand. That's about to be our new song, right? We're going to explore what happens when your brand marketing is cute but not connecting. So, time to do a brand audit and call things what they are. All right, so we are going to be tapping into the brand audit today. All right, and I want y'all to just think that us doing this, reading this book and learning this information, right, is definitely going to help us just be able to show up just more authentically, like for our brands, for our businesses. And also I think it's important to decide, like, yes, when you're building a business you have the business, right, but then you have your personal brand. Some people are attached to their business, some people aren't attached to their business, you know. So you got to think about, when you're building this business, the business, you got to think as the business as a person, right, not necessarily you. Because in your personal brand, yeah, you may have your colors and your favorite color because that's your personal brand, that's representing you, right? But then your business, it has its own personality. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they tell you, what's your brand personality, what's your brand message, what's your brand stand for, what's your business stand for, right? So I say all this to say, to just help you decide, you know, do I want my brand to represent me, or do I want my brand to represent its own individuality? You know what I'm saying? Let it have its own individuality that kind of you kind of wove or weave in your own your personality, if that makes sense. All right, hopefully that makes sense, because I felt like it did, but then again, you know, sometimes it don't. So hey Tori, good morning. All right, so here we go. Let's get back to the notes. All right, so today's affirmation is, I am not afraid to face the truth about my brand. Every audit is a step toward alignment and abundance. I am not afraid to face the truth about my brand. Every audit is a step toward alignment and abundance. All right. I need y'all to tap audit in the chat if you're ready to check your foundation. I need you to type audit. Hey, thank you for the daily heart, maybe. If you are ready to check your foundation, all right? Let's hit the mindset shift. Your brand isn't just what you show the world, it's what you believe about yourself. When the vibe isn't vibing, it's time to check the mirror, not the market. When the vibe isn't vibing, check yourself before you wreck your brand. Check yourself before you wreck your brand. All right, let's get started. Just one more time for the affirmation, because thank you for the hearts. Here we go. Hold on, where I go? Oh, here I go. The affirmation for today is, I am not afraid to face the truth about my brand. Every audit is a step toward alignment and abundance. I'll be honest, when I first started my business, I wasn't focused on all that stuff. I was just like, ooh, let's get a logo. Ooh, let's get this. Ooh, let's get that. Let's do this. Do. You know what I mean? And now I'm being a little bit more, I guess, what's the word? I won't say strategic, but just being more intentional about building this brand and making sure that I'm building in a way that is going to be able to be, that's going to be able to pivot, that's going to be able to be innovative, that's going to be able to grow. Because at the end of the day, like, somebody asked me, it was like, are you building your business to sell it? And I was like, no. And he was like, why not? And I was just like, I never thought about it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's a lot of things I never thought about, right? I was getting my associate's degree, and until my teacher said, hey, Mecca, where are you going for your bachelor's? And I was like, I don't know. I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? So sometimes having this talk and knowing this information, it's just like, it's making us think a little bit deeper about our brand, about the foundation of the business, so that we can go out here and authentically be ourselves, or be authentic in our businesses. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that affirmation helps. I am not afraid to face the truth about my brand. Every audit is a step toward alignment and abundance. All right. So here we go. Here are some key takeaways from this chapter. Focus. Why you may feel stuck, and even when you're doing all the right things. I know that there's still some things I don't have set up properly, right? I don't know everything, and I want to be around people who know some stuff too. And recently it come to my attention that there's some things that I need to get set up. So that's why I say you're going to see some changes happening, because I'm also realizing that there's things that I'm missing. You know what I mean? So this isn't just a us, this is a we thing. Like, we all learning. You're not just learning, I'm learning too. All right. So I just want y'all to know that, right? Because I ain't perfect. But I know what, I'm gonna figure it the out. We're not just gonna keep sitting around here just like walking and keep walking into the damn wall. All right. So if you feel stuck, even when you're doing the right thing, we're going to focus on that today. All right. Thank you, Chastity. All right. So here we go. Early this year, I was at a wellness conference in Marietta speaking on the power of personal branding. I was asked to deliver a presentation and audience of wellness specialists, coaches, fitness instructors, yoga teachers, product manufacturers, hotels, and spas. During my 45-minute talk, I could see a very pretty lady looking at me intensely throughout. As the presentation progressed, she appeared to become more and more frustrated. Unlike the rest of the audience who were writing notes and taking the information, she wasn't writing at all. Instead, she continued to stare at me. That must have been crazy. Rolling her eyes and appearing to be annoyed with my delivery. At the end, I opened the floor for usual Q&A and welcomed a question from her. After all, I was curious as hell. She didn't say that, but I'm curious as hell as to what could be making her so mad. I don't agree with you, she blurted out. I have tried every marketing trick in the book. I have hired great PR agencies and graphic designers. I spent a fortune on my website and still no results. As far as I'm concerned, it's bullshit. It doesn't work. The crowd was shocked by her bluntness and turned to me immediately to see what my reaction would be. I took a deep breath and replied, "So, you have tried every marketing trick in the book, you say?" "Yes," she said with a snarling tone. I continue, "Well, maybe brand marketing is not what you need right now. Perhaps what you need is a brand audit." I paused to give her time to respond. She didn't, so I went on. Far too often, I see brands spending lots and lots of time, money, and resources pushing out brand marketing messages before they even created their brand. Yes, they may have a logo or a strap line, but they don't have a brand. The lady cleared her throat and interrupted me. "But I do have a brand. I have been in this industry for years, and people know my brand. I just need more people to know about it. And this marketing you're talking about, well, I've tried, I've tried, but it just doesn't work. It's all a con so that you can pay people like you more money." "Well, I appreciate your experience," I said in a slowed yet warm tone. I would ask you to make I would ask you to maybe think about this in another way. If your brand marketing isn't working, maybe it's not the marketing that's the problem. Maybe it's the brand. Often I work with clients who, like you, are finding that the marketing is not connecting. So I suggest they do a brand audit. Thank you for the daily heart, May. A brand audit is like a health check for your brand. It's a brilliant way to put a mirror up to the brand to ascertain what about the brand is working and what is not working. During a brand audit, you review the internal brand. Are the values aligned? Oh, thank you. Are the values aligned? Is the mission clear? Is the company culture embedded effectively? The brand audit also looks at your external brand assets. Is the logo working? Are the advertising messages clear? And digital channels correct? As a personal brand, is your styling and the clothes you wear giving off the right messages? I keep missing it. I'm sorry. Once you have done that, then you review the customer experience. Are you marketing activity? Are you marketing activities supporting your sales? Are your marketing activities supporting your sales processes? Are your marketing activities supporting your sales processes? That's the question of today. Are they? Because what I realized this morning, mine aren't. And they're, "Hey, Josh," mine aren't. And I have to make sure that I have things in place, right? Things got to be in alignment. I feel like I was looking at some stuff last night and I was like, I gotta clean this up. So, like I said, tomorrow it's gonna be a new day because I'm fixing it. But the question is, are your marketing activities supporting your sales processes? Is the customer journey any good? And sealing the deal once the marketing has generated the leads? Or are there bad reviews online that are conflicting and stopping customers from believing your marketing messages? Let's go. Let's go. Y'all did that. Thank you for helping me reach my goal today. Appreciate ya. All right, so here we go. Where'd I go? Sorry, I lost my journey. All right, so, or are there bad reviews online conflicting and stopping customers from believing your marketing message? There was silence in the room, and I could see tears in her eyes. So it's not them, it's me. That's the problem, she said, almost to herself. Maybe it is them. Maybe you did hire a PR agency, graphic design team, web developer who weren't good at their jobs. But chances are it's more than that. The chances are that there is something not connecting with your brand, I said. Her demeanor changed and she softened, taking out her phone and writing something down. So I turned to the audience at large. A brand audit is so important, especially if you've been going for a while. Maybe you started off on your journey getting clients with ease, and now you're finding it's a struggle. Or maybe you're trying to get a promotion or something is blocking it. Once you do a brand audit and put the mirror up to what is happening, you can amend it. It's fixable, y'all. A brand is fixable. And then allowing marketing to do its job of working for you and not against you. That day, I walked away with a new client. It wasn't the pretty lady. She quietly disappeared, not saying much after our exchange. But I did get a celebrity fitness instructor signing up for an 8-week audit. With the brief for me to review why her long-standing brand was now not making an impact. What I did with her to get the answers is what I'm going to suggest to you. Are y'all listening? The process of a brand audit is important as it allows you to identify whether what you envision for your brand is aligning to what is actually happening with your brand. Should I repeat that again? Thank you, Josh. The process of a brand audit is important as it allows you to identify whether what you envision for your brand is aligning. Okay, put the cap on a cap. Oh, sorry. Whether what you envision for your brand is aligning to what is actually happening with your brand. Y'all, I realized that this morning for myself. There are things, yes, I do the things that I do, right? And it helps a lot. But I feel like I'm a teacher. I feel like I teach people, and that is what I'm supposed to be here doing. I feel like I figured that out, right? And I have to set things up to be able to give people the things that they need to be able to help them move where they need to move. And I need to have those things in place. That's it. And in order for me to do that, but this has come with time of me doing this and figuring out who is Mecca. What does Mecca want to do? What does Mecca don't want to do? But this is why we looking in the mirror, right? And it's okay that things can change and you can change. And you might be like, I don't want to do that no more. I want to do this. Okay? So to achieve this, there are key questions that you need to ask yourself and answer from a place of truth. So here we go. It's time to put up a mirror to your brand and start your brand audit. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? All right, because we gonna do this. Okay, what problem are you solving? When reviewing your brand, you need to ask, what is the real problem that you are solving, and is that problem relevant? Is there still a need for the solutions that your brand brings to the table? As an example, whenever I go into a new client meeting, I always ask them the question, what is your brand challenge? I do this because I am keen to ascertain if my brand can actually deliver what they really need. As with all of us, I need to know what problem I'm solving. I can't make an assumption. I have to be clear on the problem and how my varied skill sets, experiences, and expertise help them. I therefore ask the question, what is your brand challenge? So that I am clear as an expert, as in brand expert, how my brand delivers a solution to their specific problem. If I went into a pitch meeting not knowing what problem I was solving, I would probably end up pitching something that simply they don't need. OMG. I did this the other day. I was talking to a lady and I asked her, that was the question literally from the door. I asked her and she went down the rabbit hole, and literally a 30-minute call turned into a little longer and I had to cut the call short. But we were supposed to meet again, and I don't know if I scared her or if the question didn't get answered of how I could help her. Hey, Jane, thank you for the daily heart me. I don't feel like I was able to answer the question of how I could help her. So maybe that's the reason why she didn't hit me back. Cause she's like, I don't know if she could help me. But it was so much. It was just like, I feel like it was muddy. You know what I mean? It's okay. I'm so grateful for you to be here today. All right. Better late than never. All right. Um, Here we go. I would probably end up pitching something that simply they didn't need. And that, I think that's what happened during that call. Or it might be that they do need it, but I communicate my ability to deliver the solution in a completely wrong way. And that's what I think happened. Using language and examples that are not relevant to them. Hey, Bill. Why is this closing? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Well, I need to make sure I turn on my notifications so I can come back and support you too. Yeah, well, I turned up that day too. Y'all always love coming in and turning up in rooms, especially when I don't see nobody there, because I know how hard it can be. Hey, Foxy, I know how hard it can be. See the chef. I know how hard it can be going live and just be so scary, and then you be live and nobody sends you a gift or nobody's liking the screen and you like, oh, am I doing it wrong? What's going on? Just people just staring at you or not. I don't know what they be doing on the other on the other end, but I be like, can you talk to me please? All right, let me get back. So just real quick, if you're just joining in, we are reading I Am My Brand by Kubi Springer. Right now we are looking in the mirror so that we can take a brand audit and we can do better by our business, by our brands, and go out here and do what we need to do and get this money. All right. Oh man, listen, I can't imagine what it's like being a parent whose kids. That's what when my kids will be like, "Mom, I don't want to do this no more." I just be like, "All right, me either." So, and then the crazy thing is, they came to me now and they be like, "Dang, I wish I would have did soccer. I wish I would have sticked it out in karate." But I was like, "You don't want to do it? Neither do I. Let's go." So that's good that you are supporting your children in soccer, because I definitely wish that I would have stuck it out with them, because they be like, "Mom, why didn't you do this with me?" I'll be like, "Cause you said you wanted to quit. I only want you to do things that you really want to do, even as a little kid, you know." So I was supposed to be the parent. I didn't know. I didn't know. All right, let's go back. All right, here we are. Where we at? Okay. Imagine you're trying to get a promotion in your job. You know you have the skills and knowledge, and so you think you should be in the running for the promotion. Thank you. Thank you for the goat. The goat. Let's go. Oh, and so you think you should be in the running for the promotion. After all, you worked hard. Get to work. You get to work before everyone else and deliver great results. But without speaking with your boss and identifying the problems facing the company, the department, and your direct boss, you won't know how you and your unique skill set can help be a part of the solution. How much more powerful would you be if you could go into your review meeting saying, I know the company is trying to digitalize all of its processes, and I recognize that in our department, we particularly need to achieve this in the next 6 months as a result. I want to work with you as my direct boss to bring my knowledge around digital transformations and cultural behavior to the organization. How much more of a specific and powerful position would that put you in? Versus, I believe I should get a promotion because of my work ethic. What y'all talking about? Wow, that era. I don't know what you said to your info is cool. How did who you talking about? Somebody else's stuff. I don't know, Foxy. Sorry. I don't know if that was for me or somebody else. I'm sorry. I was seeing the chat go. Oh, okay, for me. It keeps blocking these the chat. Like it makes me say what was could you ask the question again so I can see what you were saying? I'm sorry. Because I didn't understand it. But it looks like you said, sorry y'all. Wow, that arrow to your info is cool. How did you do it? What arrow? I don't know. But I don't know. Let me know. All right. I'm going back. Yes. We about to be done. We not read this chapter is really long, so we're only reading 4 pages from this, and then we'll just keep it going, right? Because we got other stuff to do. We got to go out here and do our brand challenges and do what we got to do. So all right. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. So we did. So I believe I should get a promotion because of my work ethic. Don't be a generalist. Identify the specific problem and position yourself to be the solution. I feel like every book that we read, that's what it's talking about. Position yourself to be the solution. Figure out the problem and fix it. You know my favorite movie? Well, one of my favorite movies. Monster Inc. is my like number one favorite movie. And it's up there with the top 10 favorite kid movies, right? Okay. Well, screenshot it so I can see it. Because I don't know if I can see what you can see. And then you can say I'll give you my number and you can send it to me. All right, Foxy. Sorry, I lost my thought that fast. All right, forget it. I'm gonna get back. Sometimes we start off with real clarity on the problem and thus know the solution. We do this for a while, but then we find that something has shifted and our brand is no longer connecting. This is because we have failed to recognize that as time change, problems change with them. So guess what? We still got to be innovative. And this is what this is saying to me. We still got to be innovative and keep our head to the ground and to ensure that we understand the problems that people are having. Because again, the problems change, right? I'm glad you are. See, as an example, at a recent masterclass, an attendee who has CV writing business was feeling confused and as to why her clientele of young graduates was diminishing. For me, it was obvious the problem. It was obvious the problem, I don't know how to write a CV, was being answered by cheaper and, in some cases, free solutions. As a result, her business and brand solution was becoming obsolete. I informed her that while that might have been a great business when she started, young graduates seeking to enter the workforce today are able to Google how to write a great CV. They can watch YouTube videos on it and recruit firms, blah, blah, blah. What she didn't realize is that as time goes on and consumer needs change, along with technology advance, hey, thank you for the daily heart me, Peachtree. Advancements, the problem you are solving today may no longer be relevant tomorrow. So guess what? You got to be thinking, oh shit, you know what? People aren't attaching to this message or people aren't coming in. What's up? I might need to change some, you know what I mean? I might have to change it up a little bit, right? So this is why you do an annual brand audit to make sure there is still enough of a demand for the solutions that your brand presents. While your brand promise will never change, your brand solutions and thus your products and service offerings. Hey, D, what's up? Thank you. Your brand offerings will need to change to adapt to the new problems at hand. Hey, thank you. I love that heart. You know, I love a good flower. Smell it. While your brand's promise will never change, your brand solutions and thus your products and service offerings will need to change to adapt to the new problems at hand. All right. Let's look at the high profile brand as an example. Coca-Cola started January 29, 1892 in Atlanta. The brand promise for Coke has always been to conjure up a feeling of happiness. When you look at all the advertising slogans over the years, they pull consumers into the motion of feeling happy. 1922, thirst knows no season. 1948, where there's Coke, there's hospitality. And then there's a whole list of them, right? And he says, over the years, their advertising messages have reflected the brand's promise. Thank you, Tay, for tapping the screen. Thank y'all for sharing the live. Thank you for liking the live. But as consumer consumption trends, such as greater health consciousness and lifestyle, have changed, Coke has introduced new products to be solutions to their new problems. Hey, thank you. While it still wants you to feel happy, the brand promise now you can feel happy with Diet Coke, Coke Zero, which is reflected in their advertising campaign messages. And you can go to shebuildsbrands.com for more information on this if you want to. So, going back to the celebrity fitness trainer whom I met at the wellness conference, I quickly established that while her brand promise of transformation and freedom was still relevant to her clients, her delivery to the solution was no longer working. When she started in the early 1990s, she would hire a private detective in LA in her then private studio in LA. And her, wow, would I get private detective? Thank you for the popular vote, Apex. When she started in the early 1990s, she would hire a private studio in LA, and then up and down coming celebrity clients would come to her. As they grew in status, she would do 1-to-1 classes at their houses. But with the advent of Instagram and Facebook, her clients became afraid that people would put their fitness journeys on social media. Paparazzi might see her coming, blah, blah, blah. So, Wallace, they love the transformation she gave. Thank you for the, what's that? Bracelet. Wallace, they love the transformation. This is it, y'all. So just pay it. We're about to get some homework. So y'all see it. Don't go nowhere. We almost finished this. This is it. All right. Wallace, thank y'all for being here. I just let y'all know. There's a lot of y'all here. There's a lot of y'all here today. Well, where we at? All right. They hate it. So let's go back. Wallace, they love the transformation she gave their bodies and the feeling of freedom they felt when they lost the weight. Thank you for the rose. Hence, they still believed in her brand promise. They hated her brand solutions. After doing her brand audit, we came up with the idea of an app that her clients could use with private, tailored fitness programs that they could take when they travel, and 1-to-2 classes, digital classes that they could do with them over video conferencing. Oh, I know her income skyrocketed. These new solutions eradicated any ways in which people could see her coming to them or them leaving and joining her classes, which increased the level of privacy they needed. After 12 months, she found that her existing clients not only stayed, but they introduced her to their friends, increasing her new business by 22%. By asking the question, what problem am I really solving? And is it still needed? She was able not only to save her business, but grow her brand and increase her market share. Oh, all right, y'all. So this is the homework that she gave us today. She says, what problem are you solving? What problem are you solving? And is it still needed? Is it still needed? I mean, look, y'all, I'm asking that question for myself. Is it still needed? What problem do I solve? And is it still needed? All right. Because this chapter is long, y'all, but it's filled with so much stuff. All right. So let's recap real quick. Let's talk about the key takeaways that we read in these 4 pages, right? Just 4 pages. 1, a brand audit is a health check for your business and message. And I feel like I kind of do a brand audit with clients, but I feel like after reading this, I need to do a little bit deeper. And I feel like the price has to go, because so many ways we probably could do brand audits with ChatGPT. I'm gonna check and see. We'll see, because that might be real quick and fast, right? Now, many people think they have a brand because they've invested in design, but haven't aligned with the truth of their vision or values. And this is where I feel like, as a designer, a web designer, sometimes we didn't when I first started doing web design and doing stuff like that, I wasn't thinking about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about what their copy needs to look like, their brand story. I wasn't thinking about none of that. I was thinking about designing it. You give me the copy, you give me the pictures, I'll put it up, right? But this literally has me thinking about things in such a different way for my business. Um, that I think I gotta meditate on this a little bit, because it's like, do I still need to do this? And is this still needed? You know what I mean? I think some of the stuff I do is still needed, but I definitely need to shift some things and reevaluate my brand, Um, and then ask yourself again, like you said, many people think they have a brand. Okay, we talked about that. Ask yourself, what problem am I really solving again, and is it still relevant? Now, your brand promise stays the same, but your brand solutions must evolve. Your brand message or your brand promise stays the same, but the solutions must evolve. All right. So, question: when's the last time you checked to see if your offers still solve the right problem? When's the last time you checked to see if your offers still solve the right problem? Was it a month ago? Was it 2 months ago? Have you ever checked? Put it in the what's it called? In the comment section. Put it in the comment section. When's the last time you've checked your offers to see if they are still solving the right problem? Okay. Good to know, Apex. All right. So 3 questions to start your. Okay, good. Good. Okay, good. Okay. And people are filling out those surveys. That's good. All right, so here we go. 3 questions to start your personal brand audit. 1, is my message aligned with what people actually need right now? Is my message aligned with what people actually need right now? Personally, I don't think mine is. Oh, hey, Foxy, let's go. Then, Foxy, guess what? You need to join my 12-week beta brand and go get the bag program. DM me your email and I'll send you some information, because we will be starting our first session next week. So definitely make sure you inbox me. Currently, I think I have like 3 or 4 people who are going to be joining the beta program. So definitely come on over there with us. All right, it is currently free. I do intend to, my goal this time with it is to generate testimonials, video testimonials, and if you decide at the end of this that you were able to achieve your goal, the goal attend eventually I do plan on having a plan on charging. So the goal is that this will be $9.97 for the beta program. So at the end, if you be like, you know what, Mecca, I made that and plus some, I feel generous. I'm going to give you the amount that you wanted for the beta program and your testimonial, because I built my brand, plus I got a bag while I was over there with you. So and then you're more than welcome to do that. But at this time, there is no cost for the beta program, and it's called Brand and Go Get the Bag. So DM me and let me know, and I'll get you in there next week. All right. And just make sure when you DM me, like, this is for Brand and Go Get the Bag, because I be thinking people be doing it for the collective. So, and I would love to see you there, and I would love to be able to help you achieve your brand goals. So, that's amazing. I can't wait to see y'all next week. We gonna do this. And remember, it's 12 weeks. So each week we're gonna meet up. We're going to get work done. And this is all I ask, is that if you're working with me, work with me, right? I know that we can have all of these other coaches, and this person tell you this thing, and this person telling you this thing. And sometimes it can conflict. So just, for the 12 weeks, just try to stay focused on what we're doing, and not allow all these other things to distract you from the goal, because I'm gonna help you get to that goal, but we can't allow ourselves to be distracted. All right. So number two, I want you to, these are three questions to start your personal brand audit. Is my message aligned with what people actually need right now? Your audience changes. Are you evolving with them? Number two, am I solving a relevant, specific problem? Am I solving a relevant, specific problem? Generalist branding equals forgettable branding. Generalist branding equals forgettable branding. Remember, we talked about, if you write a letter, remember I said, someone told me one time, Mecca, it was like, Mecca, if I write a letter to my mom and I write a letter to my sister, the conversation is going to be different. So you have to think about that when you're creating your content and the copy. You got to think about that stuff. Who am I talking to? Am I talking to my sister, or am I talking to my mom? Right? Now, and number three, am I being clear, consistent, and visible? Am I being clear, consistent, and visible? Like, you got to get out there. Can't, even if, like, I seen something the other day and somebody said, it was a lady, as an artist, and she was like, people was like, you're never going to be able to get found if you don't, thank you for liking the live, Natalie. If you don't, okay, all right, Tay, thank you for being here. I forgot what I was about to say again. Good Lord. All right. Am I being clear, consistent, and visible? And if your brand isn't working, check for confusion or inconsistency. All right. Check for confusion or inconsistency. Here we go. Now let's go for open discussion. All right. What have you discovered in your brand that no longer fits? What have you discovered in your brand that no longer fits? And what's one thing you're willing to update, let go, or improve? Just want y'all to think about it. You can either comment in the comments or you just think about it. Write it down and think about it. What have you discovered in your brand that no longer fits? And what's one thing you're willing to update, let go, or improve? Oh, yeah, free samples. I'm with you on that. Free samples. And I guess it all depends too. Now, if you were at a trade show, maybe you might have little free samples to get people to come over and try it, right? Or not. You might just have a powerful person that's out there like, hey, like I'll be hyped that trade show. Come on over. I'll be trying to get rid of everything. Now, what part of your brand needs a checkup the most? What part of your brand needs a checkup the most? A, offers and pricing. B, visuals, brand visuals, your logos, colors. C, messaging and copy. Or D, all the above. So what part of your brand needs a checkup the most? Offerings and pricing, brand visuals, logos, colors, messaging, and copy. And then here's our brand mirror challenge for today. I know, all right. Write down what your brand says it does versus what it actually delivers. Are y'all listening? Write down what your brand says it does versus what it actually does. Then circle any areas where there's a disconnect. Circle any areas where there is a disconnect. And then take a screenshot or video talking about the problem you solved today. And make sure y'all tag me when you do, all right? Take a screenshot or video about the problem you solved today. And y'all, I am on time. Ooh, it's exactly 12 o'clock. Guess what? It's exactly 12 o'clock. That means it's time for me to wrap up. It's a wrap for part 1 of Time to Look in the Mirror. What truth did you hear today? Drop your biggest clarity moment. Please, drop your biggest clarity moment. I want to hear it. My biggest clarity moment, and it's so funny that I was thinking about it prior to getting on here. And for me, my biggest clarity moment is that I have to stop playing. I know what I do. I know how I help. I know all the stuff. So it's time to stop playing. It's time to stop playing small. It's time to stop acting like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Apex. Let's go. So if you're committed to building a brand that reflects your highest truth, make sure you send me a DM so that I can bring you in to the Brand and Go Get the Bag 12-week program, and we can get you going. All right. Just send me your information. I have not created a landing page and all of that. Again, this is still the beta program. All right. It's welcome to men and women. So I just want to be clear. This is just not a woman thing. But you just send me your information. I'll get you onboarded so that you can come and be a part of the Brand and Go Get the Bag 12-week program. I can't wait to hear your idea, Foxy. All right. Now, if you're and oh, this is what I need you to do too. I need you to go over to the bell thing on YouTube and on TikTok. If there is a bell, I don't know if there's a bell, but I think there's a bell. Turn on your notifications, right? Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And then share this live with someone who's building in silence. And if they're building in silence and they need a community, tell them to join the Growth Hour Collective so that they don't have to work alone and they can get the support and push that they need to do and finish what they need to finish. All right. And come back tomorrow so we can finish part 2 of chapter 3. And remember, your brand only works when it's built on what's real. Look in the mirror and lead with alignment. Look in the mirror and lead with alignment. It's your girl, Mecca Joy. Same place, same energy, same time, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yes, my name on YT is Mecca Joy. Yep, same name on YT. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Keep growing, keep glowing, keep going. And I'm out. Peace, y'all. Let's get to work. Make sure y'all do y'all challenge and tag me so I can know that you did it.